Hello and welcome back. In the previous video, we looked at how to install SonarQube. In this video, let us go ahead and use SonarQube to perform code analysis on some of the code that we wrote in the earlier videos. Here I am in my Eclipse once again. If you guys remember, we had written a very simple Java class which was used to add two numbers and then subtract two numbers, and we also wrote a JUnit for that. Right? Here's the test for the addition and here's the test for the subtraction method. Let us now go ahead and use SonarQube to analyze our code. So the first thing that we need is to add the SonarQube plugin to Maven. We should add that in our pom.xml file. Let's go back to Google down here and search for Maven SonarQube plugin. And there you go, that's the repository that we were looking for. Let's use the 3.5 version. Let's copy that dependency from here and paste it inside our pom.xml. Let me just format this. And once I save this, Maven is going to download the dependencies, right? So it's going to get downloaded inside our Maven repository. Let me just go ahead and click on save. And there you go. The dependencies for SonarQube have been downloaded. Let's now go ahead and run this project. Let's say run as and select Maven build. Let's name this configuration as clean test sonar, and in the goals let's say clean test and say sonar : sonar, right? So this command is used to invoke the SonarQube on our code repository, right? Let's go ahead and click on run. Let's expand the console here. Clean is completed, deleted all files under target. Compile done. Tests have been completed. Code analysis using SonarQube is just starting here. There you go. Analysis is successful and the reports are placed under this URL, right? And the build has been completed with a success. Now let's go back to our SonarQube dashboard. Here we are in our SonarQube dashboard, and here is the project that we just ran SonarQube analysis for. Let's click on that. And here is the overall analysis, right? It says there are no bugs, there are no technical debt, no vulnerabilities, no code smells. It says that, hey, there are 2 unit tests that have been written. The code coverage, it says 0. This is not right, but we will correct this shortly. Right? But otherwise our code looks good. Let's go ahead and mess up our code a little bit and just see how SonarQube reacts to that, right? So here I am in my Eclipse here. Let's go back to our Jenkins calculator class and let me do one thing, right? So let me just here say int where 1 is equal to 20. And then let me also add a system.out.println, right? System.out. Okay, here we go. So I've added an unused variable here, and then I also put in a system.out.println. Let's go ahead and run the configurations again. The clean test and sonar. Click on that. Let's maximize our console here. The build has started. Clean is done. The build is now complete. Let's go back into the SonarQube dashboard here and look at our latest analysis. Here we are. There you go. The SonarQube has detected 3 code smells. Let's go into our project here. And it says there are 3 code smells. Let's click on that. There you go. It says remove this useless assignment to the local variable and remove the unused local variable and also remove this system.out.println. Right? So you can click on each of these and then have a look at it. There you go. It shows you within the code. Right? These are the two issues with this line of code here, and this is an issue with this line of code here. Right? So that's how SonarQube can help us with the code analysis based on the rules that are already configured within SonarQube. Now, one issue here is that on the overview tab here, it says that the code coverage is 0%. That's not right. We have two methods and we've already written two JUnits for each of those methods. Right? So what's missing is the code coverage plugin is missing in our setup at this point in time. So let's go ahead and fix that. Now we are going to be using the Jacaco plugin, which is the Java code coverage plugin. For including the Jacaco plugin inside our Maven project, we will need some configuration settings. I have copy pasted the configuration settings onto a text here. Let me just copy it from here and then go back to our Eclipse. Open up pom.xml and paste it outside the dependencies tag. Right? We'll also review them. So what I'm basically doing is I'm just adding this Jacaco plugin. Right? And these are the execution goals, the prepare agent and the prepare package. And I'm saying this is where the reports have to be placed, right? Inside the target folder, we have the jacaco.exec, and then again inside the target folder, we have the Jacaco UT, which is the code coverage report. Right? So let me just go ahead and save this pom.xml. Now let's run the configuration. Clean test sonar. Let's just expand the console here. There you go. The build has now been completed. Let's go back to our SonarQube dashboard page. Here we are in our SonarQube dashboard page, and now you see the code coverage is at 100%, right? And the 3 code smells are still existing in our code. Right, there we go. Code coverage is at 100%. You can click on that and try and understand the details here. So we have the Jenkins calculator class, and it says, hey, these are the lines of code that have been already covered. Right? So let's go back to our code and then remove a test case and see if the coverage is working fine now. So let me go back here on the Jenkins calc test. Let me just go ahead and delete the subtract test. Okay. Let me save that, and then on the Jenkins calculator page, let's just get rid of the code smells that we introduced. These 2 lines of code, let me just go ahead and delete that. Save that, and let's run the configuration again. Clean, test, and sonar. The build is now complete. Let's go back into our sonar dashboard. Here is our sonar dashboard, and now you see there are no code smells, but the coverage is only at 66.7%, right? So let's go inside our project here, and it says the code coverage is at 66.7%. Let's click on that. Click on the Jenkins calculator.java, and there you go. It says that, hey, there is a test case that's present for this method here, but there's no test case for this. So that's how SonarQube can help us understand the quality of our code written, and also help us to understand the code coverage in terms of JUnits that have been written for our code. Okay, so in this video, we saw how we can use SonarQube to perform the code analysis and also do the test coverage. In the next video, we will look at how to integrate Jenkins with SonarQube. Until then, take care and happy learning.